I think a lot of times too is that self-acceptance is accepting all of you. There's a lot of things we don't like about ourselves. Okay, doesn't mean they're not there. And if you are not facing them and addressing them, they're going to show up in ways that are maladaptive. And even like when you talk about or choosing, once you get to understand yourself, and again, athletes, it's so funny, elimination of fear. When you get to understand that and you go, okay, this is what I've done before. I don't want to do that again. And you get real with yourself. Then you meet somebody and go, hey, Dr. Robin McCormick, nice to meet you. Oh, I love this. And wow, yeah. Well, this is why I just know where I am. And I know I struggle in this area. And I know sometimes even in arguments, I tend to get a little, non-emotive. I'm a doer, and you just kind of say, that's just who I am. Take it or leave it, because you got to be who you are everywhere you are. But you're always learning, always learning.
So even with that self-acceptance, because I what I'm hearing is you're saying first, the first step in knowing what you want for yourself or spending time with yourself or getting to know yourself is self-acceptance. So accepting yourself for where you are. And if there's changes that need to be made, a willingness to learn of yourself so that you can continue or journey down that pathway to wholeness. Because I think that's important. There has to be a level of wholeness within us in order to be able to meet someone at the table, so to speak. You know what I mean?
And get what we want.
Right.
And get what we want.
I think you got to know your self-acceptance, willingness to learn things that, you do need to learn in order to change so that you won't put those unmet needs on someone else.
Oh, I like the unmet needs.
Well, and even that's fear. Fear is attachment and need. We have everything we need. I don't need anything from you. I really don't. I mean, I would that's great. That's wonderful, but I don't need it.
Right. We don't, but we have to remind ourselves that we don't. Because sometimes if we haven't done the work, haven't done the inner work, we do feel that we need something from someone.
And feelings
And again, goes back to you don't complete me, you compliment me.
There it is. Well, and again, too, if we don't accept ourselves, we'll never accept anybody else. And that's the thing. The harder we judge ourselves, the harder we judge other people. Because our critic, our brain, everything that we're telling us is exactly what we're going to affirm. And so if we're just like, yeah, wow, man, I really screwed that up, baby. I apologize because I sucked in that I'm getting better. And how do we do this? You got to collaborate, because a lot of times they said, our biggest battle is within ourselves. But, sometimes we're standing on the battlefield with a sword.
Yeah. And that made me think too, we talk a lot about love languages and relationships and stuff like that. And it's people know the basic of love language. Most of the people that kind of know, or they've heard of it in some way, but it's do you know that you give what you want normally? That's our natural instinct.
Ooh,
so you're giving your own love language because you think that that's what they want.
You
and
just said something. Yeah.
Because, I find that so often.
Come on. Because I'm all I heard from that, what she just said is there's 5 love languages and then there's mine.
Yes. Yeah. Because you're giving. Yes. You're giving what you want and what you think what that person needs and wants. But no, you're really just giving what you want and what you need. So when you have that, so if my love language is I like gifts, well, I'm going to love bomb people with gifts, right? Because that's what I like. And I think it's sweet and that's what I like. Well, that person could give 2 shits about that. They'd rather you have acts of service. They'd rather you do things for them. And so that's where we have to understand is if you're in a relationship, you have to remember that you're going to be giving something that maybe you don't care to have and receive. But that person that you love or you care for, you're trying to develop a good, healthy relationship with, that's what they're wanting.